Today we'll be talking about how I create content while I work my 9 to 5 job. So the first thing I do is plan my schedule. Like previously, like prior to this day, I've already written down like what I'm going to discuss for this week. So what I do is I do come up in the morning, and I once is a new week, very early. I wake up very early as 5:30. Once I'm up, I do my exercise. Take my bath, then wear my clothes. Then the next thing I do, I make these videos by just talking into the camera and saying what I want to say. And that I feel like for anyone who is trying to achieve something else, something you have to like make some extra sacrifice. Like right now, if I wanted to go to work, because when I do Zoom at work is by 8 o'clock, so I should be at the bus stop, let's say by 7:30. But if I wanted to like just maybe just work my 9 to 5 and not build something on the side, I would wake up maybe let's say around that kind of 6 o'clock. Then before 6:30, before 6:40, I should already be at the bus stop where I will get a cab that is going to my workplace. But now I just have to make these extra sacrifices like planning my schedule. Before now, I've written down the bullet point that I'm going to discuss in this video so that it's going to be easier for me to pick up a topic and just talk on it. So once I'm up every morning, I turn up. If there's light at home, I make the videos. I make like some most of the times the intros at home. Then while I'm going to work, I still make videos because I don't make them once in a day. I make like about maximum of 4 minutes video in a day, the minimum of around 2 minutes. So to be able to use them when I want to edit or when I want to post, for me to have content by the side to be able to post and just put out something. Because I actually read something able to say if you are out there putting out something, one day something is going to stick. Just more of like you're stoning something to a wall. Maybe they are falling the first time, but one day something is going to stick. But so it's better that you are doing something, even if you don't know your full part yet, than doing nothing and hoping, because there's nothing like luck. Anyone that won in life actually put something out there, or they were able to do something, but they never sat down in their house and feel like luck is going to come to them. You only get lucky when you move towards a path. You only get lucky when you strive for something. So yeah, that's the first thing I actually do. I force myself to be disciplined. Like sometimes if I might be coming out from the house and I'll feel very scary, because I'll feel very scared because I normally I do film these videos while going to work. Like I told you guys from the previous one, the intro most of the times, if there's light at home, I do film it at home. But when there's no light at home, I do film this particular one, just like the way I'm heading to work now. I film talk head videos, and to a normal human being, it looks so abnormal, it looks so weird. But in this life, you have to be weird to become extraordinary. You have to be abnormal to become normal. Like you being normal is being abnormal, then being abnormal is being normal, because it's the abnormal people in the society that actually create something that the society uses. And if you watch, the abnormal people who create what the general society uses are mostly the minority. And if you watch their lifestyle is quite different. So which other side would you like to be? At the side where there's majority and you suffer to get what you want to get in life, or the side where there's minority and you can achieve or get whatever you want out of life? So yeah, so discipline is number one. Even when I don't feel like doing it, some days I'll come out from the house and be like, wow, how do I do this video? How do I say this thing? But you just have to try and do it, because regardless, all those things are emotion. And you know it from, if you watch my previous 3 videos, I spoke about like it only matters at that moment, right? Because after that moment you have something to work on and you have something you are building. So that's the joy you should have whenever you try, when you do abnormal stuff and when you do things that are contrary to what the society says. The discipline is just doing it even when you feel emotional, even when you don't feel like doing it, even when you are in yourself, even when you feel like, okay, what am I doing? Like, am I crazy? But that makes you different, because there was this image I saw one particular day. It was sheeps, like white sheeps. Then there's this black sheep. The black sheep defied all lane. Good morning there. The black sheep defied all lane, and he was able to get into the Rolls Royce. So you see, like, you just have to be the black sheep of the society, and you see that you be singled out, like you be different. But if you try to do everything everybody do, like the way everybody do it, it's not it's not something that will make you special. So people that are really special are people that do abnormal stuff. I'm not saying being abnormal by causing mayhem or causing havoc in the society. I'm talking about being abnormal by doing things that, okay, let's say in 10,000 people you might be singled out, or in 10 people you are singled out that you do something different. Like, people on the normal end will call you weird, people will call you all sorts of things, or people will call you names, or people say like, what's this guy doing? But there's something that is different that they don't see. You are doing something different, you're actually building something different. So discipline is a priority. So discipline is really important to achieve greatness, because that's what keeps you going, even when you don't see growth at that point. But you know that a baby doesn't grow to an adult in a day. It takes time, it takes process, it takes much like higher stuff, things you don't see. You can, for example, I was once a baby, right? But now I'm going into an adult. So did I know how I came up to this extent? No. Can my parents explain how I grew this to this point? No. They just saw that every day I was adding height. So I became this way, and I'm able to notice that, okay, this is how I am. So that's how it is when you are disciplined with, and that's life being disciplined with us is we growing as child or kids into becoming adults. So yeah, so discipline is really, 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 really important. When you're not disciplined and you're trying to cut the journey half, it means like you are not trying to be in the process. And something I've learned recently is be in the process regardless of anything. Just see yourself, that person that's achieved what you want to achieve, see yourself you're in the process to becoming who you want to be. And now, whenever you feel like you are not disciplined or you're trying to talk yourself out of something, know that it's your emotion that's trying to play into you. I set my priorities. Like in a day, let me give a basic life in a day. When I wake up, I do my exercise, take my bath. Then after taking my bath, I do wear my clothes. Like, at least I wear like my trousers, my unders, and I get my camera, I get my phone. Then I edit the previous video I made, like the one, like this one I'm going to make today. I'll edit it tomorrow morning, like early morning, once I'm done with my exercise, bathing and wearing my clothes. I'll sit down on my bed, use that like about 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and edit it, add it to the previous one. You see now I've added it, and it becomes part of the video, it's part of the storytelling. So that's how I just do it. So setting your priorities, not as if that time, it's not as if I'm feeling more ease, because I used to wake up very early as 5:30. So sometimes, some days I might even be feeling sleepy, like I want to go back to sleep, but I've already told myself that I just have to keep doing it, rinsing and repeat it. If not, I'll keep staying in the same cycle. So I do wake up, and once I'm done with all those first things, then I'll edit the videos of the previous one. Because if I say let me keep the video till the end of the week, it might be too bogus for me to edit, and by that time fatigue comes in, and that's when you lack consistency. But if you do things gradually, every day counts, you're able to make up for other days, and you're able to work efficiently. Because when you do things gradually, like at least you do things bit by bit, in a week you see that you have done a lot of things, you're able to cover that thing more faster. Because I've tried it myself. I filmed a video and tried editing it on a Saturday, and I feel like I was very, very, very tired. And when you're very tired, you tend to do things in a hurry, and you tend to like skip the major important talks or the major important word that you're supposed to add to the video. You won't be, in fact, like once you do things like in a rush, when they are big or they are plenty, you feel very tired inside you. But once I do film like today and I try editing tomorrow, it's kind of way more easier for me, because I feel like it doesn't take much time. At the max I can say it takes is 40 minutes. So I prioritize this particular aspect of my life, especially the creative aspect of my life, because that's when I'm almost always free. Because as I see from the title of this video, I actually work a 9 to 5 job. So from 9 to 5, I'm always like engaged. So I only have my 5 to 9 to do stuff, which is I woke up by 5:30 and I'm filming this video by around to 7, and I'm going to work. And so within that time, that 5 to 7, I use it to film, I used to edit. So I film when I'm going there and I edit the next day. So automatically it's like it gives me that leverage. At least gradually you build things by bit by bit. Because if I say I want to wait for me to quit my 9 to 5 job to start doing it, who knows when. And as I said, my salary is not that enough for me to say, okay, I'm going to save a lot of money, then just venture in full time. But it's more about creating like a schedule, like we said in the first point, like plan your schedule or schedule your planning how you want to put it. But it's just more about that way. So then after that, you prioritize, like you be disciplined and you give yourself priorities. Like you wake up very early. If it means waking up very early, because this is your early stage and you need to sacrifice a lot for you to be able to get out of the rat race, because the rat race is actually real. And me working 9 to 5, I know that it's real, like very, very real. It can keep you there, like forever, if you don't find a way to sacrifice. I'm sleeping less. It's just this little stuff that builds into something that changes our life, that makes us different, that makes us achieve our dreams. Yeah, because everybody have a dream. Even a 9 to 5 worker also have a dream. Stick to one thing. This is also something I'm also still lacking behind, because as I always say in my videos, I'm not a perfect being. I still have my downside, which I still have my downsides. But right now, the way I schedule myself is I just do two things. I'm into content creating and trading. Those are just the two basic things. And I create content for YouTube once in a week, then Instagram every day where I document my journey as well. Then I trade because there's a desktop in my workplace. So while I'm working, I'm also trading. I'm kind of looking at the chart. I'm also learning, developing myself. Why I really like trading, I really want to stay with it, because it's somewhere that you don't even really need anyone permission. You just need your brain and how you handle stuff to actually make money from the market. That's why I just like trading, because you don't have to, if you know how to trade consistently and you're profitable, you don't have to be scared of saying what you want to say. You don't have to be scared of saying what you want to say, that okay, if I say this thing now, my money will be cut short, my money will do this. If you have just your brain and you know how to manage your risks and everything, you'll come out fine in trading. Because other people are doing it, why can't you just believe that you can do it? Because other people are actually doing it. Like I've seen successful people do it. Like people are getting successful. It doesn't mean that you won't get losses, but in life in general, if you want life in general is just more of like trading. Some days might be bad, then some other days might also be good. So it's just about showing up every day and having an edge and having risk management, like stick to something and know what works for you. So that's why those are the two major things I do at the moment. I film this video while I'm going to work, and I already schedule myself. I plan my duties and everything I do as I'm going to work as well. I also document my journey for Instagram. Instagram is just mostly like the max I've posted on Instagram is 3 minutes. So, and just clips. Then I add voiceover when I get to the office or if I'm at home. Then on the chart, I just look at the chart in the morning when I'm in my desk doing my work and other stuff. So yeah, so those are just the basic things I do at the moment. So to myself, I find it very hard to like just hold on to one thing. It's really good if you can hold on to one thing, but I find myself, I can't put myself in that shoe. I like learning stuff, but now I've been learning a lot of things before now. I was actually into crypto, airdrop, crypto, and other some stuff. So I was just dabbling everywhere. But when I came across some stuff, I read some book, and correlatedly they said something. You just have to trust the process and be in the process and stick to that thing for a while and see it's going to work out if you have conviction. That's just the basic thing. If you have confidence and conviction that this is going to work out, just stick to it. And yeah, so if you can plan your schedule like this as well, like put things into place that is not going to obstruct the other one, because this schedule I actually put it into like the way I plan these things now are just smooth for me, because when I'm going to work now, I film this video and I also film from Instagram while I'm going to work. Then when I get to the office, I sit down on the computer with the chat, so it's not really, no one is obstructing anyone. Journaling past this month, all thanks to God, the kind of clarity I have this month, like God has been so great in my life. And when you hold on to God, like He gives you clarity, but you have to speak to Him. Yeah, I was writing down both my bad days and my good days, like what happened and what really did not go well and stuff like that. Because when you write them down, tomorrow when you come to read them, you actually learn from them. So that was what I was actually doing. I'm still doing it, and it has been helpful to me. Like it has really helped me. It has really cleared out some thoughts. Because before now, today is 28th of February. Beginning of February, I wasn't myself. Like even last week, I wasn't myself. But I wrote down everything. I just decided to put it down and prayed, listening to a man of God. Like had a man of God that's like a mentor to me, and God just opened His way for me. Like last week, I read a book. And I saw ways people make money. There are different ways to make money. And it's helping me craft an edge on my trading journey as well. And journaling helped me make the process of what I spoke the last time sticking to one thing. Because once I film this video now while going to work, and I film for Instagram and I get to work, I basically just attend to stuff and I'm with the computer. So it's more of also like a benefit to me when I put up the system and I'm using it to actually learn something, since there is internet in the office. So it's not a time wasted. It's not a time wasted. Like, it's a time on improvement, time on development. So, and through that journaling, I was able to know that okay, this particular stuff is not conflicting with this one. Because once it gets to time that I want to edit a video, I'm literally editing that video. And once I'm trading, and once I'm looking at the chart, once I'm learning on the chart, I'm on the chart just learning. And so I actually know with journaling, like, it's those particular stuffs are not conflicting, because I have certain time scheduled for each one of them. And I feel like I was able to do that because I journal even from when I wake up, do my exercise, edit video in the morning, then go to work, open up the chat. Once I'm going out for work, I film these videos, this YouTube video, because I always upload them once in a week. So I film this particular one. Then when I'm on the transport going to work, I film for Instagram and other social media platforms, and X, because I do post on X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. It's more of like once I film one content, I can post them on several platforms. Then YouTube is quite different, so this is actually for YouTube. So I feel like journaling can help you to create clarity, even you journal your bad days and your good days and everything. Because I've not done it in my life before, but I just stuck to it this month, and God has been so great. God has been so merciful. He has been a big blessing to me, and believe in God, that's just the major thing. So I feel like you should journal too, because it will help you plan your schedule, plan everything you do, and you see yourself doing it. Because imagine for the past 3 days you've been doing something consistently, and the fourth day you didn't do it. So why are you writing it down? Because you have to write both your good and bad. While writing it down, you ask yourself, why didn't you do this thing? So you see, you catch yourself, you hold yourself accountable with journaling. All right guys, so I'm heading to work, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace and love.